hustling, struggling, ducking, dodging police on the block. Tired of my girl worrying about if I'ma make it home. So much drama in my life, can't put it all up in the song. Man, I love this ghetto life, so beautiful, it bring me tears. But I got a daughter now, and I don't wanna die out here. I don't wanna hustle, man, all my motherfucking life. Looking back when said and done and wishing I had thought twice. But this the life I live, but it ain't gotta be. You can take me out the hood, but never take the hood out me. RBO and L&D, why is this my situation? When niggas make out the hood, they should have a graduation. Shit, why you hustle for? Man, I know why I do it, cause I'm trying to make it out the ghetto and I'm used to it. And to get high, but that's another story. We gon' make it out the ghetto, girl, and I put that on Corey. One way or another, we gon' make it out this ghetto. We gon' make it out. We gon' make it out. Oh, I'm saying this song's for the whole world. We gon' make it out this ghetto. We gon' make it out, man. We gon' make it out.
Time for y'all leaving the caskets and shit. Let's go. Yo, somebody said make it out before your so-called friends take it out. Cause jealousy and envy does nothing but put you down. If I die, they'll miss me, but soon they gon' figure out that death is a promise. Face that gap, do you get it now? Which way do I go? I'm trying to get rich now, never put my life on the line, so I trust a bitch now. Wasting time watching death creep, it's time to switch styles. Yes, the good die young, probably the best child. The wiser I get, the dumber I feel. As much as I put in, sacrifice the next man. I made it out the ghetto, but it's part of my vest now. Not Teflon, I walk with my chest out. My granny said smell, she passed, so now I frown. Now they lock us up for white tees, and if your pants down, our Nikes are likely to profile what we might be. They say you weak if you leave, and you ain't gotta like me, like me.
One way or another, we gon' make it out this ghetto. We gon' make it out. We gon' make it out. Oh, one way or another, we gon' make it out this ghetto. We gon' make it out. We gon' make it out. Oh, my mama called me up to tell me that she pray for me. She said where I live right now ain't the place for me to be. I agree, but it's a drug, man, I'm addicted to the streets. I try to let it go, but the streets, they be calling me. Then I look at my girl and see the tears up in her eyes when she hear on the news another mother's son and dad. I tell her not to worry, cause that ain't gon' be me. I'ma make it out the ghetto, still be in the family's tree. That's impossible, it seem to be. It's gon' pay off, you gon' see. We've been grinding hard daily, man, since 2003. Plus I talk to G.O.D., he tell me keep the faith alive. Pass the first test in the ghetto, that's just to survive. It's crazy, cause since then selling K's in my career. B-O-L-D-Y, brothers over long drastic years. Can't wait to get the deal. Get the whip and cop the ice. We gon' make it out the ghetto, girl, I put that on my life. One way or another, we gon' make it out this ghetto. We gon' make it out. We gon' make it out. Oh, one way or another, we gon' make it out this ghetto. We gon' make it out. We gon' make it out. Oh.
We're gonna make it out the ghetto.
All right. Great song. It's called We Gonna Make It Out the Ghetto. That's off my first album, man. Clearly we were still in the ghetto. Welcome to another episode, a very exciting and special episode of the Head of Lettuce podcast. Of course, it is me, Romaine Lettuce, yet again. And today I am joined by a very, very, very
Corey, special Corey. Hi.
This is all right. Yes, this is my baby girl, my firstborn child. Yes, you gotta speak into it like this.
Okay, there we go.
So, today I'm joined by my daughter, and we are going to be discussing. Hold on, let me make sure I got everything right. So I wanna I just had to get that right because I don't want the Xbox loop on there. But yeah, man, I've been anticipating this episode for a very long time. As you heard on the song, I was putting us getting up the ghetto on my at then 2 or 3 year old child, Corey Sunshine. Yeah, she was definitely a baby at the time of me making that song. And so was young AJ who just graduated college. That's the voice you heard at the beginning. We're gonna make it together. He was a baby too. Now he's a college graduate. So hey, you know what I mean? Great things can happen to anybody. But like I said, this is my eldest child, my firstborn child, my daughter, Corey Sunshine. So tell me, Corey, how does it feel to be on your dad's podcast?
Honestly, a little different. I was kind of like, a little nervous. Don't know how these things work. I'm not really a podcast person. I don't listen to podcasts or anything. I'm just kind of,
You don't listen to podcasts?
absolutely not. I watch TV. I like TV, TikTok, Instagram. Not really Instagram. Just TikTok and TV. That's about it. And music, obviously.
Oh yeah. So well, I didn't know you didn't listen to podcasts at all. You don't even like watch any on YouTube or anything?
Nope, not my thing.
Huh. Weird.
I like to listen to myself talk, not other people.
Oh yeah. I'm the same way. So that's why I started making music, and also why I started podcasting. Well, part of the reason I started podcasting was to still be able to rant freely and speak my mind without being on the social medias as much. I try not to express myself on social media anymore because, it's a cesspool for, hate and
Negativity, yes.
exactly. So.
Very negative. I've been trying to get Josh off of it. Not off of it, but, I've been trying to redirect his watching because it definitely gets very, very negative. And even on my phone, it gets negative, so I understand. It's a lot. Definitely a lot.
Yeah. So let me ask a question. Because I was thinking about that song and our conditions at that time. Do you even remember when we lived in Westwood?
I do not. I don't remember anything up until Coleraine, honestly. Well, nah, that might be a lie. I remember one time, and you could tell me if this was Westwood or not, but I think you guys remember this.
Okay.
You guys went out to go get a TV. I was about pretty young, and I was left at the house, and I just remember watching Jerry Springer or something on the TV. I was in a high chair, and you guys came back with the TV. And that's the only thing I can remember in a new environment. I do remember because I remember.
Hold on. What kind of TV was it, though?
I don't know. I really don't remember. I really just remember you guys bringing a TV.
Okay, so, I remember bringing home a TV. And I'm almost sure that was Westwood and an income tax situation. But, and that's a very, ghetto and criminal thing to do. To be honest, to be honest, I don't remember. I mean, I do remember because that was our first flat screen TV ever.
Yes, it was a flat screen.
That was our first ever flat screen from Best Buy. We got it with our income tax money. It was my first ever flat screen. Yes, so, but I don't remember leaving you at home.
You guys either left me or went out together and left me in there. I really don't remember all the details as I was
maybe,
a baby.
I think more than likely it was that I went to go get the TV and your mama came out and helped me get the TV because she did have to help me bring the TV in for sure.
Yes, because I was going to say, all I truly remember is being in a high chair, watching Jerry Springer, super young, and I remember you and mommy coming in with a TV, and that's about it. I think, and I'm trying to remember, the walls and stuff, and all that, but I could have the details wrong. So I really wouldn't know if the walls were the correct color or the floor. Did we have carpet?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so yeah, I remember carpet. What color were the walls? They were gray, blue.
I don't know. White probably is.
Okay, like a grayish white.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it was.
Yeah. Well, you were very young there. We moved to Koran when you was like 4. So that makes sense. Okay. So, just in thinking about that, like the fact that, because I mean, like we had to bring the TV, and it was late night for sure. So I don't know how Jerry Springer was on, or maybe he was watching. I don't know. We could have been.
It was something in the ghetto. People arguing, fighting. Could have been Mari. Could have been Jerry Springer. Could have been, what is it? Steve Wilkos.
Yeah, one of them. But yeah, I know we had to sneak the TV in because we didn't want nobody to know we had that awesome TV. But yeah, just knowing those things, like how young and new to parenting we was. Like what do you think about that? Because like you are older now than your mother was when she had you.
So what do I think about being her age, or like,
Or like, what do you think about like just knowing that like that the challenges that come with like just being your age now and being out in the world as a young person, like it's something that your mother didn't get to experience. You know that, right? What I mean,
Yeah, I do know. I think about it often. Me and my cousin Kevin, we talk about it often. Both of our moms were parents at our age, and we are not parents, and we cannot imagine being parents at all. Like, we are both very childish people still, including myself, especially myself. I mean, I would say that I'm a very childish person still. I still have, a childish mindset. I still consider myself a child, honestly, and I still feel like
you
I
are
still
still a
have
child, but
a lot of healing and growing to go through. So I couldn't do it.
Well, let me. Regardless of the mindset, because like I said, even though I'm older than your mother, my mindset was very much, I would say, possibly younger than your mother's at the time of our of the time in which you were conceived. You know what I mean? Being a parent at a young age, well, I ain't gonna say this happens to everybody, but for most people, it, turns something on, and you just learn to grow up faster. Because you gotta, especially in our situation, we was, on our own. So.
Yeah, I get that. I just couldn't do it. I always think about it, like, not having kids, but just thinking about, like, okay, if I was in that situation, like, I know that I just wouldn't be able to do it.
I didn't even realize that you got your nose pierced right there.
You didn't?
No.
But I have a septum?
No, did it hurt?
Not really. I mean, it hurt for a second, but not really. I can tell you the story on how I actually got it, actually. So, what happened that day? Me and Josh got into an argument, and I was super annoyed, and so I left the house, and I went to the cemetery to go see Aunt Nikki, because when I'm upset, I try to go see her. Then I went to go get some hot pot, because, I just wanted some hot pot, and then I was like, I want my nose pierced, since I'm doing whatever I want today, and I went to...
You are your mother.
I went to a piercing shop, and I got... No, because Josh actually started it, and he was the one being petty and childish. I would say I'm the more mature one in the relationship. Not to put you on blast, Josh. You'll probably listening to this later. But I would say I think it's a little bit of both. But I will say I was kind of in the wrong. He said, but I don't listen.
So you went out and got your nose pierced because you and Josh had an argument?
Yeah, I was mad and I just wanted something to release the anger that wasn't,
So what did he? Oh God.
He didn't say anything because he was still mad when I got back to the
You are your
house.
mother's
He was still
child.
mad when I got back to the
So hold
house.
on. I ain't talked to you obviously about these things before. I didn't know that you and Josh even have arguments. Now, of course, y'all do. Y'all
I mean,
in a
we don't
relationship,
argue
y'all
often. I will say that. We don't argue often at all.
arguments are gonna happen. They're definitely gonna happen, especially when y'all live together.
Yes.
And y'all, that happens with anybody. If you stay with anybody, I don't care who you are. Me and Phoenix gonna argue if we around each other too long. You know what I mean? Two people in the same space, disagreements gonna happen. So you must be prepared for that and don't take those things so seriously all the time, because sometimes it's just the frustration of being. You know what I mean?
Living with somebody, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like I said before, me and Josh, we really don't argue often. But it is annoying when we do, because when we do argue, it does, get really big. Not big as in like breakup material, but big as in, I'm ready to leave the house because you're getting on my nerves. And I don't want to be that person who's throwing stuff or yelling stuff. And, Josh isn't someone who likes to raise his voice, and I am. I would
Of course
definitely.
you are. You came from a family of voice raisers.
I will definitely raise my voice, and I think Josh's thing of not raising his voice will kind of make me madder sometimes because he'll be like, calm down, stop raising your voice.
Well, yeah, you
It'll just
should.
make me madder.
Well, you gotta break the cycle, man. Cause yeah, you come from a yelling family, and I'm trying to calm my, you know what I mean, yelling down so much. I don't. I've actively been not yelling at all this year. To my knowledge, well, I ain't gonna say I ain't did it at all this year, but you know what I mean. Yeah, cause your sister yells. Your brother don't yell at all. Well,
We're raised
no,
pretty quiet.
well, outside of playing the
The game,
game,
yeah.
yeah. But yeah, so I just try to keep it calm. But your mama, I mean, she just has a naturally loud voice, as you
True.
can hear her through the walls right now. So yeah, well, that's good that you and Kevin talk about being young and maintaining. I'll
Definitely.
have Kevin on for an episode one day.
That'd be great. Yeah, me and Kevin talk about it all the time, like, breaking generational curses, not being young parents, all of that. It's definitely things we talk about pretty often because I feel like that we're both on the same page when it comes to those things. So it's really nice to have him
So
talk about that kind of stuff.
that's good because y'all are already breaking generational curses. Being in college, Kevin doing what he's doing. I mean, like Kevin is, yeah, he's. I forgot what
IT support. He
yeah.
does
See,
IT work and
mm,
works on all that good stuff.
he actually went to school for that, right?
Yep, and little support tickets, all of that. He does all that.
Yeah. See, and that's commendable, man. That's something that we ain't do at all. And like I said, my first apartment was in the Fay. So I remember I showed you a video. Remember? I said,
Yeah, so it was on Instagram. Something
I said,
about.
yeah, this is what my first apartment was. So yeah. So yeah, y'all are already doing way better than we were growing up. Like I said, I talked on this podcast about the gift and the curse of giving your children everything that you didn't have, or providing a life that you didn't have growing up. Like this it's a double-edged sword, you know what I mean? I mean, 'cause some values I wish I had street smart wise and stuff like that you gonna learn, which I'm sure you've learned some lessons in life just being out on your own this past year plus.
Definitely.
So yeah, I mean, I could, like my mama used to tell me, I can see a little life on your face. I really can. So yeah, it's it's good to know that you're learning these lessons, but also these are things that I wish that well, not really anymore. Knowing, like, cause I see the other side of the spectrum all the time. I mean, and I be so thankful. I be like, oh, thank God that my children ain't nothing like y'all. Like, I be thinking that all the time. Like, I really do. Like, I'm really thankful. Like, Ray Ray is, like, it makes sense to where the way he act in school to me. Like, I can imagine him in school being exactly the same way he is at work, cause he's quiet. He don't say nothing to nobody. I mean, he speaks to the people he speaks to,
Hmm.
but well, I don't know how he is in school. So
KK told me a way different story. KK told me that she was walking around the school one time and she came into the classroom, not knowing it was Ray Ray's classroom, and he was sitting there throwing the ball with another boy, and the teacher was telling him to stop. And she walked
oh,
in there.
thank you for this information, my dear.
Yeah, dude, KK walked in. You gotta ask KK about it. She could probably tell the story better than I can. But yeah, she walked in there, saw him throwing a ball and something. And then KK, and it was only him and that other boy, and the rest of the kids were doing the work. And KK had asked, "Why aren't you doing your work?" And Rary was like, "I already have my work done." And she said, "Everybody else is there except him and that other boy."
I'm gonna bust him up just for knowing that. Thank you.
Was doing work.
Thank you for telling me that. Well, I'll tell you.
But speaking of, how we are, me, Ray Ray, and Spring, I do have a question. How do you feel about Phoenix, because she's grown up in a different environment. She's had, more, the bigger houses, she's had the more mature version of you guys for majority of her life versus, me, who I have a younger version of you guys, and then Ray Ray and Spring, who had a little bit of both. Ray Ray can, see both sides. Spring's more leaning on Phoenix's side. How do you feel about, Phoenix having a totally different experience, even at school? Because, she goes to Winton Woods, and Winton Woods is a blacker school, obviously. And when me, Ray, and Spring were growing up, we were going to Taylor and Coleraine and all that, which were whiter schools.
Well, yeah, Phoenix is a little bit more. Well, first of all, Phoenix is a COVID baby, so she's always been the most unruly of the children. That's I mean, I don't know. It's hard to explain with Phoenix, cause it's really hard. I feel like Phoenix is going to feel like. I feel like she's. So I worry about Phoenix more than anybody, just for the simple fact that I know that Phoenix has the most. I mean, she's like the most privileged. She feels like she's she's entitled, as they say, to things. Like, so I try to break that out of. I hate that.
Yeah.
I'm not a brat person. I hate that 100%. So, and your mother encourages it. So it's hard to, you know what I mean, to navigate those things. So, you know what I mean? Because Phoenix is very much like your mother. Like you, like I would say that you and Phoenix, yin and yang of your mother. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all both have different qualities, but are 100% like your mother. Like you have all the, I ain't gonna say quote unquote good qualities, but I'm gonna say, like, serious qualities about her. Like, you know what I mean? You the focus qualities and the, I mean, like, you will make the calls and do the leg work. You know what I'm saying? Those type of things you got from your mother, whether it be naturally or just by watching her do it. And I would say Phoenix is got all the brat stuff that, you know what I mean, like your grandma and your mama got. I mean, I'm just saying she's very much like that. She treats me like I'm, you know what I mean, she talk to me like, she's like, hey, go get me a glass of water. Like, what are you talking about? You go get me a glass of water. Like, what are you doing? Like she really does that, or she still comes down here and say, "Hey, make me a bowl of cereal." I'm like, "No, you about to be 8 years old. You make yourself a bowl of cereal, son." You know what I mean? Like she would tell me, like I get home from work sometimes, she'll be like, I made myself a bowl of noodles. Well, if you can make noodles in the microwave, you can make yourself a bowl of cereal, my G. But you know what I mean? Phoenix is a different ball of wax, for sure. Now, my question to you is, how do you feel being the oldest? How does it feel to be the oldest child? Like I don't. That's an experience that I've never had. I have the. I'm gonna lean more towards the spring experience because I'm gonna say. Only reason I won't say spring is because spring got to experience being the baby for a long time. So and that got snatched away from her. So. And that's why her middle child syndrome is deep. And it's like, oh, nobody likes Fred.
Oh my gosh. Did you see her Instagram note on Instagram the other day? She had posted about how, nobody loves her and everybody hates her because I took KK and Ray ratings down instead of her. And I swiped up and I was like, Spring, you don't even like
you
roller
see-
coasters.
Well, see,
Like-
that's the brat, that's the baby in her still. That's what I'm saying. That's what makes her middle child syndrome real bad, because she has the brat still. But it's like, include me. She
Yes.
like her and Phoenix is the same when it comes to that. Like they can't watch me. Like if they see me hug and kiss you, they would both run over for a hug and a kiss. like Spring would do it first, and then if Phoenix would see me hugging and kissing Spring, and she would run over. Like Phoenix can't watch other people take pictures. We know better than to. Like I want this to stop, because this is not going to be the life that's going to happen outside the house. I always tell y'all, don't nobody love you when you leave the house, man. We love you. And I try to tell y'all that. So like, we like their mother would buy presents for everybody. Like Spring gets mad at other people's birthdays. Like
I remember when she got mad at one of my birthdays.
Does.
She does?
She gets depressed when other people are happy. You sing happy birthday to somebody else, she's happy at first, but then she's thinking about why come my birthday. And Phoenix is the same way. So I'm glad you ain't got that in you, even though you had the experience of being the baby too. But I guess that's so long ago you probably don't remember.
And then the baby really isn't the baby when you're the only one. You're just the only one. Different than being the baby.
That's true.
That's why I say it was youngest child syndrome and then only child syndrome.
Yeah, so you had only child.
But being the oldest, it's definitely experience, I'll say that. Kind of isolating at times because I feel like a lot of people don't really understand how it is. Having parents who aren't older siblings, having siblings who obviously aren't older siblings, having a boyfriend who is a younger sibling, youngest sibling, it can definitely get isolating because you see all these behaviors and you're just like, okay, this is youngest stuff. This is middle child stuff. And you see how they interact with each other and their kids or their siblings. And you're just like, even when it's like regular, normal human interactions, like if me and Spring didn't know each other and me and Spring were the same age and me and Spring still had the same position in our sibling lineup, I feel like she would still be able to show me signs of the fact that she is a middle child. And I feel like if I didn't know, I would be able to assume that Josh was a younger child due to how they behave, which is partially why I talk to Kevin so much, because Kevin, despite not being the oldest, he has lived life as the oldest, and he is the oldest of his mom's children. So he understands how it's like being the oldest. And being the oldest, I can say another thing, it is kind of hard, growing up and seeing your siblings, get the stuff that you didn't get. And you don't really No, I'm serious. Like it's kind of it's.
Well,
And then to see what they're ungrateful for, and stuff that you would have, killed for.
well, I saw that with my little brother, but I didn't get to see it with everybody.
Exactly. Yes. So they all get all this extra stuff, and I could feel like they can sometimes be a little bit ungrateful about it. And then it's just also sometimes it can be a little hard seeing, the changes as you guys have made as parents. You know, seeing them getting those, better versions. Not to say that I am angry because of that, but
You
it,
have to
it can
understand.
be hard though.
You have to understand, and I hope you do understand now, because you're still young enough to where you probably don't understand. But as you get older, and your life unfolds, and things start to happen within your life, and hopefully, and I pray to God that y'all don't go through the things that me and your mother went through, and uh, the fights and the rage and the substance abuse and all of that, you know what I mean, that we went through. That you understand, because like as I got older, not only did I understand my father, who wasn't present, I understood my mother, you know what I mean, who was omnipresent. So, like I said, even being a parent now, like with you being gone, makes me, you know what I mean, understand my mom more. So I'm like, all right, now I get it. You know what I mean, and then it makes me fearful for when everybody's going. So,
Well, luckily you started over with Phoenix, so that won't be for a while.
Phoenix gonna be gone all the time by the time Ray Ray and Spring leave. Phoenix is gonna be gone all the time. She's gonna be with one of y'all.
Do you really think Ray Ray and Spring are gonna leave as fast as I did, though? Like,
I
honestly.
think Raymond is. I think Raymond is going to have a fast. Well, I think Raymond has gotten used to money, so I feel I feel like, and that's a good thing for him to be having a job at his age or at such a young age, to where, because him not being able to get a check, those couple, you know what I mean, that affected him. So, and it's gonna affect him again, because he ain't gonna be working during the school year.
Oh, you not working this school year?
Nah, because he got to get his grades up, man. He messed that up by working.
Too much. Well, Ray did. I mean, Ray did talk about it. He said that he does want to work during the school year, but he does want to work less because he felt like his whole weekends were taken up. So I did tell him I would talk to you about him eventually, maybe being able to work just one day over the weekends on a Saturday instead of Sunday.
That's the thing about Ray. He needs to understand that I ain't in control of that. I'm not the boss. All I can do is talk to the person that does it for him. So, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, hold on, we're gonna have to wrap this up soon.
Oh, dang, already?
I told you to go by fast. Could have kept going for a little bit longer, but I ain't want to keep you any longer than I said I would. I don't know if I got a finale question or anything like that. That's super special. See, this was a very good episode. It was flowed very naturally. Like, I like that. I like that very much. So, what are your plans for the future, my dear? I know you in school.
Yes. So I guess my plans for the future, I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a corporate lawyer. Or maybe not a corporate lawyer, I don't know. Seeing all this stuff going on in the world, might want to be a criminal defense lawyer. Never know. But lawyer is definitely in the plans. But that's really it. I just want to be a lawyer, make a lot of money, travel.
So hold on. That means you're not planning on having children anytime soon.
Not at all. Me and Josh are honestly on the fence if we want children at all.
I don't like y'all.
No, we're very
I want to be a granddaddy. Now I'm not, like I said, I ain't in no rush. I'm not in no rush, but that don't mean I don't want grandchildren, my son.
No. Like we are on the fence. It's just like you got to look at the world. Like
You think that's how? You think anything ever damn changed? It's always been the same.
I
This
know,
the same,
but
this is the same thing that me and your mama used to talk about. What you talking about? I've had these conversations with my mother back in the day. I can't bring children into this messed up world, and it's only going to get worse with time. Everybody says that.
I mean, has it not gotten worse with time?
Yes, but it's gonna get that better. Guess what? Did you know that when you were a kid?
No, but now I know that.
Exactly. It's called the awakening, Mike. So I remember telling you all this shit as a child. You don't remember me telling you this?
No.
Oh my God. Nigga, see, you was born in the height of the Illuminati craze and all that shit. Them DVDs was coming out. Me and your mama and them. Me and your mama and nigga used to be so on that. Bro, listen. Come on now, that Freemason and Illuminati stuff, man. We used to be telling you everything. The world is crazy. It used to be like, man, we used to be like, you gonna see when you get older. Black child. But anyway. Yeah, so I want grandbabies is all I'm saying. I'm not saying.
I mean, you got 3 other kids.
I don't know. Listen, man. I don't know. First of all, I want Ray Ray to be a father, of course. And I think he'd be a good daddy. I really do. I think Ray Ray would be a real good father. But I don't think I'm ready for that. For him to be the first one to have children. No. I don't know if I want that. And secondly, I know Spring gonna have kids. Like Spring just has a motherly instinct to her. She just feels like a mother to me. Yeah.
Oh no!
As she gets older, I'm like, all right, I can see you like holding babies.
I couldn't see it. I don't know. I feel like Spring's more of an artist.
No, she's definitely an artist, and I can see either or. I can see either pathway. But somebody got to give me grandbabies, and I'm not about to be waiting all the way for Phoenix. I'm almost 50 already, so no.
No, because me and Josh, we talk about it all the time. Like, who do you think out of Kevin, Tay, me, Ray Ray, Spring, Phoenix, who's gonna have kids first? Because Josh's siblings, he's already an uncle. He already has nephews and nieces and all that.
That sucks for me. Oh my God.
And we just talk about
I'm really thinking about that now, and that really sucks. Because I don't see Kevin having kids at all. If he do, he's gonna be in his mid-30s. Early 30s, mid-30s. Like, Kevin's going to find him a woman one day. But y'all can't do this to me, man. But anyway. We're going to end it right here. I want to thank you very much, my baby, for being here. This has been a very special treat and a very, very special episode for me.
I had fun, so. I
had a great time. To anybody who's listening, I told you. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Eldest Podcast. For first time listening on Twitch or on YouTube, go ahead, subscribe to the player, hit the like button, share if you want to, and all that good stuff. Keep this thing going, man. I'll be here every week on Monday at 9 p.m. Shizarp. Tonight, I will leave you with a song that I made when my baby was 3. We was living in Westwood at the time. It's from my album Fresh Produce. It's called It's a Girl. It's a story of when I found out I was having my baby. Or, not the story when I found out we was having her, but the story of when I found out that she was a her. So, this is It's a Girl by me. It's about my baby. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Yes. This song right here, is dedicated to my baby girl, Corey Sunshine Lemon. Reynoldsburg, flipping burgers, Mickey D's, drive through orders. All of a sudden the phone ring, relay the message. Mr. Lemon, this for you. Damn near jumped out my shoes when I got the news. It's a girl, a precious started just for me. Felt like I deserved a blessing that the Lord was handing me. I talk to you every day of your mother's pregnancy, till I got to hold you 2006, August the 3. Name you Corey Sunshine because you brighten up my day. Everything I wanted more in a daughter, I must say. Beautiful just like your mama, smart just like your mama too. Don't know what the future holds, but I'm already proud of you. The time that we spend together mean more than words can express. Hold you singing to you while you fell asleep upon my chest. Look into your eyes and I know God is real. Want nothing but the best for you, so I know how God feels. Sugar and spice and everything spectacular. Riding through the city with my baby in the backseat, sir. Me and my baby girl, me and my baby girl, me and my baby girl, me and my baby girl. My Corey Sunshine, my Emmy Goo, my beauty queen, my booty rule. Me and my baby girl, me and my baby girl, me and my baby girl, me and my baby girl. Reynoldsburg, flipping burgers, Mickey D's, drive through orders. All of a sudden the phone ring, relay the message. Mr. Lemon, this for you and me. Damn near jumped out my shoes when I got the news. It's a girl, I watch it grow before my eyes. She can make her daddy laugh, she can make her daddy cry. She thinks that I'm the strongest man in the world, stick out my chest. I think that I got the best daughter in the world, I mean the best. She kiss me every morning, pray with me every night. I tell her that I love her every day of her life. My baby girl, my pride and joy, my booty rule, my beauty queen. If I could do it all again, I promise I wouldn't change a thing. Beautiful just like your mama, smart just like your mama too. Don't know what the future holds, but I'm already proud of you. Look into your eyes and I know God is real. Want nothing but the best for you, so I know how God feels. Sugar and spice and everything spectacular. Riding through the city with my baby in the backseat, sir. Me and my baby girl, me and my baby girl, me and my baby girl, me and my baby girl. My Corey Sunshine, my Emmy Goo, my beauty queen, my booty rule. It's me and my baby girl, me and my baby girl, me and my baby girl, me and my baby girl. Reynoldsburg, flipping burgers, Mickey D's, drive through orders. All of a sudden the phone ring, relay the message. Mr. Lemon, this for you. Damn near jumped out my shoes when I got the news. It's a girl. It's a girl.